Greetings and salutations, friends. Welcome back to another video. Today is going to be something that I haven't done in a while. It's just going to be a quick life update. I know I haven't really sat down in front of the camera and just talked to you guys about the things that I've been up to as well as what I have in store for the future. So I just wanted to make this little video and yeah, say hi Louis. You guys have really been enjoying Louis in the vlogs and he has definitely been enjoying the camera time. So if you guys haven't already, make sure to go follow his Instagram, which he totally made on his own. It's at Louis Chae. Yeah, he's been posting some great photos. But yeah, there are a couple of updates that I guess I could share with you guys because you guys have definitely been along for this entire journey, and with summer coming to a close already, which is pretty crazy given that it feels like we've been stuck in this house for so many months, you know, I'm trying to figure out what's next for me as well as what's next for the channel. So yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy. But first off, I want to talk about the crazy news that Princeton sent out yesterday that has a lot of people not only in shock but also just disappointment, anger, and confusion, most importantly. So if you didn't already know, about a month ago Princeton released a statement saying that freshmen and juniors were going back in the fall and then sophomores and seniors were going back in the spring. And this plan was definitely doable. I think a lot of people were happy that they're going to at least be on campus for a semester. However, with yesterday's announcement that the entire fall semester would be online and remote, honestly just had a lot of people confused. Like I said, there's an incoming freshman class who's obviously looking forward to their first college experience and being on campus and living in the dorm. However, that entire mentality has just been uprooted and a lot of people are rethinking their entire plans. So let me just briefly break down my own thoughts as well as what I would recommend for you guys if you are in this situation. So as a senior and someone who is basically almost done with their degree at Princeton, I personally don't find it beneficial to take a gap year at this point, given that there is so much uncertainty about the future. Who knows if we're actually going to be returning in the spring like they mentioned. But for me, honestly, at this point, I'd rather just get my degree over with, move on to my next chapter of my life, because as great as it is to be a college student and not have to worry about those responsibilities of being an adult, at the same time, I've already been through 3 years of this. I don't really feel a particular need or desire to be on campus for an entire year. And honestly, at this point, taking a gap year would just send me a little bit behind. There's no point in me taking another gap year trying to figure out what I want to do when I could rather graduate and get on with a real job. However, for a lot of classes, that may not be the same scenario, because if you are a freshman or a sophomore or even a junior, there are a few benefits of taking a gap year at this point. First off, if there was a time to take a gap year, it would be right now, given coronavirus, given the fact that you can't really do anything even if you are going to be on campus, and all social interactions will be severely limited. In addition to that, taking a gap year could be beneficial for some of you guys who aren't sure about what you want to pursue as a career. It could give you time to do an internship and learn more about what you want to pursue in college and afterwards. However, there are a few downsides. Princeton specifically says that there is no guarantee that you're going to be readmitted if you do take a gap year, meaning that if you decide to take 1 year off, it could potentially become 2 or even 3, which in my opinion is a gamble that I wouldn't personally take. However, my brother is still considering taking a gap year, given that he's going into his sophomore year. It's still pretty early on in his college experience, so there's definitely no downside of taking a gap year for him. However, if you are an incoming freshman, like I said, if there was a time to take a gap year, it would be now, given the fact that you're only given 4 years at a university and you definitely want to maximize all the time that you get on campus. And if there's no guarantee that you're going to be on there for even the fall or the spring semester, then at that point it becomes your own personal decision. However, where I'll leave this note is that if you do decide to take a gap year, I highly recommend doing your research beforehand. Make sure you have some sort of plan laid out of what you want to accomplish during that time, because there's literally nothing worse than taking a gap year and having nothing come out of it if you don't have a meaningful experience already lined up. It is still pretty early on in the year, so you definitely have time to figure it out, but a lot of deadlines are coming up for when you need to decide by. So I would take this advice with a grain of salt. Definitely talk it over with your family and your friends. See what's going to be the most beneficial avenue for you to consider, because there are definitely a lot of pros. However, there can be a couple of downsides, especially if you are the type of person that wants to graduate with your class on time or live in a place where there might not be a ton of internship opportunities. So that's my whole spiel about the gap year. But as far as my plans and what I'm trying to do for this semester, my main priority is to probably just get out of Texas. I'm trying to be on the East Coast somewhere, so I've been looking at apartments in places like Brooklyn and Manhattan just to be on the East Coast, closer to my girlfriend, closer to campus. However, that search has been very stressful. You guys know how crazy Manhattan and Brooklyn prices can be. So that's my current plans. I'm hoping to get out there sometime early September and just be there for like 1 or 2 months and then come home for Thanksgiving and winter break. This whole coronavirus situation has honestly just screwed up plans for a lot of people, but at the same time, we're all in this together. We really just have to adapt as best we can and just be flexible with what's going on. There's no point in trying to plan for the future right now. You really just take it as you go. However, in terms of the channel, you guys have definitely seen a bunch of videos coming out. I've just been trying to expand the different types of content that I can make, given that I've been at home and I have all the necessary equipment to make these types of videos. However, in this month of August, I'm really just going to try and cohesify the type of content and direction that I want to take the channel moving forward. I'm trying to solidify my brand language, narrow down on my thumbnails and titles, and come up with a cohesive brand book, which I definitely think is the next step for our channel. However, if anyone has any video ideas or suggestions, definitely feel free to leave them in the comments down below, and I'll try and get to as many of them as I can. In addition to that, there have been several other projects and ventures that I've been working on. Trust me guys, I haven't been spending the past few months just laying in bed watching Netflix the entire time. I've definitely been busting my ass off trying to get new projects up and running. The first one is going to be the podcast is back. I know I've said this multiple times, however, it really is back for sure this time with our second episode already live. We talk about my recent investment in a Rolex, which I'm actually wearing right now. If you guys want to learn more about that story, definitely listen to the first and the second podcast where we explain everything about that. In addition to that, we mentioned it on the podcast, but I think it's an appropriate time for me to share with you guys right now. But we have been working on a project that we've codenamed Project Peach internally, and that is essentially going to be the Crash Course College Coaching Guide, which I released as an ebook about 2 years ago at this point, but we're completely revamping it as a video series, which I think you guys are really going to enjoy. I'm not gonna drop the name right now, but if you guys have seen Ned's Declassified, then I'm sure you guys can get a hint of what we're going to rename it. I've dealt with your shit enough throughout this video, but no more. Yeah, like I said, that project has been in the works for the past few months, but it has been a little bit difficult transitioning over to a lecture series style that we haven't really done on this channel. So the whole concept of this project is really to just break down the entire college application process, everything from your freshman year of high school all the way up to the freshman year of college, breaking down the entire application process from students who have actually gone through it and succeeded. So that project is pretty close to being finished. We will definitely keep you guys updated on the timeline of that launch. But if you're a high school student getting ready for your college applications, don't worry guys, we have got you covered. In addition to that, I have personally been working on getting new presets out for you guys because Volume 1 released about a year ago at this point, and I definitely want to get you guys a new volume. Honestly guys, these presets are fucking fire. I've been editing a bunch of my new photos with it, so that will definitely be coming out in the next few weeks, so stay tuned and we will have more information for you guys soon. And yeah guys, that's honestly gonna wrap it up for this life updates. I hope you guys enjoyed just hearing what I've been up to, hearing what's coming in store for the future. I feel like I've just gotten a little bit out of touch with you guys as my audience. I don't really feel like I do this as much anymore. Back in the days, if you're an OG of the channel, I used to just sit in front of the camera and talk like non-stop literally. But you know, it's been fun catching up with you guys. Our team has been looking at our analytics, and there are a ton of people out there who just watch our videos but don't subscribe. It's literally like a 65-35% split of people who just watch the videos and don't hit subscribe. So if you are one of those people, I urge you to please hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel a ton. It keeps me motivated to make more videos for you guys, and likewise it helps you stay notified of the different types of content that we've got coming out. In addition to that, make sure to come hang out with me on Instagram. It's at Nicolas Chae. I have started using the new Reels feature, which is actually pretty cool. I think it's gonna take over TikTok pretty soon, but yeah, make sure to go follow me over there. I'm trying to hit 20k followers. It's been a long time coming, but I would really appreciate your help on that. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like down below. Don't forget to subscribe as always, and don't stress guys, finesse, peace. There have been talks about coming out with new merch. I'm not exactly sure the timeline about that, but if you're interested, let me know. All right, peace.
Every night fucks every day up. Every day patches the night up. Oh God, you should match it, it's that KO. No white lighters till I fuck my 28th up. 1998, my family had the Acura. Oh, the legend. Every night fucks every day up.